Michigan Conservation Officer recruits go through rigorous training prior to becoming full-fledged conservation officers with the Law Enforcement Division of the state's DNR. One piece of training that recruits undergo is learning how to look for missing persons in rural areas.
We're here with Training Academy 13, and this week we're putting them through a basic search and rescue school training.
All right, we got everybody here today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody feel rested?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so team last night wasn't able to make a recovery on the individual that's missing. We have some new information this morning we want to get out to you. We have a name, description, clothing description, and a little bit of additional information on the child. If you guys want to get pens, papers handy to start taking some notes here. His name is Christopher Flanagan. It's Christopher with a K. He's 13 years old, height 5 foot 7 inches, 110 pounds, white male, blonde hair, blue eyes, last seen wearing a dark hoodie, blue jeans, and athletic shoes. We learned recently that the boy has autism and is nonverbal.
Go through a 5-day course, teach them a lot of different topics that goes with search and rescue, and we finish it up on day 4 and 5 with a mock exercise that we're on today.
So this is one team yesterday, the purple and everywhere that they went. That's the 300-meter ring.
Okay.
But each one of those is a person tracking on their phone and where they've gone. We have one scenario, but we're working it in 4 different areas. It's the same, four scenarios. There's the same scenario.
We're going to pivot around and start walking east.
Okay.
And once we get to that search, we're just going to kind of box it in and then spiral it in essentially to the middle.
So do down, so south, then east, and then work your way back north.
And then,
West-ish.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
And Arn's going to continue to stay on the border of it.
Okay.
So just hold the border. Make sure you hold the border.
Okay.
And then Ghani, you stay on the closest to the road, or the farthest in. You know what I mean? And then Bowser and I will stay in the middle. Really pay attention to those first 50 meters off the road.
So it kind of came down here and then they kind of tried to start to pivot. Now they're spread back out again. But you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would think you'd come straight all the way down to the road, stop here.
And hit it and then line back up.
Yeah, and then.
And the point we're going to have to bring up is that they've all been training on it for a week. And when they have volunteers in their team, the volunteers aren't going to be as well versed. So they're going to have to get everybody set and then start again.
Yeah, they should be coming up to this sweatshirt.
We had our area that they wanted us to search. Based on our team, we were Alpha Team today, so we had a search area. That was probably like 500 square meters. And based on that, we set up in our line and we just started walking south. And we had a point, we basically had a road to our west, a road to our south. So we knew we were just gonna kind of follow that, keep the road in our distance so we could see everything. And then we were just gonna rotate and then follow the southern road east. And then that's when we came up on, we found another clue of the sweater. Green Under Armour sweater. Yeah, it's got his initials on it. Just let them know we collected the evidence, and then once you're good, you can move back.
There's a lot of real-life scenarios that this could be put to use. Your basic search and rescue, missing child, someone with Alzheimer's, someone with dementia, a missing hiker, a boater, a paddler. There's a lot of different subject categories that we look at, and we can help search when these people come up missing or are reported missing.
Officer Ben McAteer has put this training to use during his career as a Michigan conservation officer.
Just last month, we had 2 individuals that went out into the Deadstream swamp with the intent of staying out for 4 days. They had probably 70 to 80 pounds worth of gear with them. They had pretty much everything that you could use to go out there and survive. But they didn't have the knowledge to go along with it. So that's what kind of got them into trouble. They went out, it was a nice day when they originally went out, it started raining, and then all their gear got wet and they ended up being in a cedar swamp, and they were not able to deal with the weather very well.
Teamwork, observation, and analyzing what they see are all vitally important when officers are trying to find someone who is lost in the woods.
They began to step into pretty severe hypothermia. Got the call around 5 a.m. that they were out there. Myself and Sergeant Olson went out and we started the track right around 6 a.m. to get back to their location. It took about an hour to get back into the cedar swamp to find them. As we're going out there, we're kind of game planning, you know, going through what do we need to do when we get to them. So we're collecting wood and everything else, and this is all the skills that we're teaching our new recruits. So we're collecting that wood, we get out there, and probably within 3 minutes of being out there, I had a fire started so we could start to warm them up. That was the key, is getting them warm so that we could get them out of that situation.
I just see like a black man-sized object. It looks like it's against a tree.
Hey, he's right here. He's right here.
We're gonna get you out. Are you able to walk? Okay. Are you able to stand up, Christopher?
Yeah, so was it pretty cold last night? Yeah. So maybe we should start thinking about some of that stuff, right? Might want to get him warmed up a little bit if we can. Think he's cold, borderline hypothermic. Do we assess for any injuries?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do we...
Check if he has broken.
So we were told he's nonverbal, correct? Correct. It might not be a whole lot of help in telling us, you know, maybe depending on, you know, the extent, but yeah. So think about what, how much help he might be able to tell you. He might not be able to fully express what's going on with him.
I really appreciate the feedback out there, and with them being on so many of these things, they can tell you whether you should have splinted it this way potentially, or, you know, giving you different ideas, not necessarily saying you're doing it wrong, but just different things to think about as you're doing it, which is good just to put in your toolkit for if you have to go do one of these things.
You get volunteers from this search and rescue group or that fire department or this canine club that has dogs. They're all talking different languages, all have been trained on a little bit different tactics, how to do this stuff. So it's the communication really starts to fall apart there. And then you get volunteers that just saw it on the news and show up and they want to pound ground with you, and they don't have any idea. Sometimes you have to help them through the search and tell them exactly what you want to do.
We're in week 20 of the academy out of 26 weeks, end of week 20, and this is probably the best week of training I think we've had. I'm going down south to Oakland County, so I'm not going to use a lot of this big woods type of stuff, but there's still we did cover a lot of urban search and rescue as well in class. So this week, the way that they set the training up, where we kind of started with, really it was a crawl phase, just an intro to everything, and then slowly every day we started building on that training to get to a culminating exercise.